All right, y'all, first day of the LS Nasty Daily Driver Giveaway, giving away my Caprice. This thing, hey! That sounds so good! It sounds good! Huge cam, cold AC, 4 doors. This thing is absolutely badass. Everything on the website right now is double entry. Never done this before. Coming out the gates, double entry. New entry method. Every dollar you spend on lsnasty.com is an entry to win. But today, it's actually every dollar you spend is 2 entries to win this Caprice. It's absolutely sick. Guys at Blaze Night Performance did the build. 6-liter LS3 top end, TKM camshaft. The big stick. This thing rocks and rolls. It has such a big camshaft. I had to put a new motor mount in it. That thing is that big. It's got all the goodies. Badass oil pump, trunnion upgrade, rocker arms. It has got all the goodies. The perfect daily driver for you to park in your driveway, drive it to work, make some noise, take it to the track, have some fun. This is it. Go to lsnasty.com, brand new website. Everything on the website is double entry today. Let's get it. Guys, welcome back to another video. We are up here at Rock Solid Motorsports. If you guys don't follow them on YouTube, that is your first order of business in today's video. Go and check them out. DEVIN Needs, the guys up here at Rock Solid Motorsports, they do an absolutely amazing job. As you can see, we got the truck and trailer behind us, which means what, Logan?
We're dropping something off. We
dropped some stuff off. We've got a bunch of stuff from them here. Wait, hold on. Logan's got to tell you guys something important.
Don't forget to go to lsnasty.com.
Today's the first day of what?
The Caprice giveaway.
Hell yeah. We got
daily
some
driver.
Everything on the website, like this shirt, if we still got it in stock, is double entries. All you guys have to do to get entered to win my true daily driver is go to lsnasty.com. Every dollar you spend is an entry to win my Caprice. Badass, huge TKM camshaft. Blaze Night Performance built it. It's the ultimate daily. I say it's the American M5. 4 doors, AC, cold, lots of horsepower, sounds good, chops. You'd be sitting at stoplight shaking. Go to lsnasty.com, first link in the description below. Check out the new website, new entry method. Go check out the rules. You guys can win my Caprice. How do you feel about me giving away the Caprice?
Oh, well, no more company vehicle.
No more company. No, we got the truck now.
No. We don't have no company car. No
company car. All right. We got to work on a company car. Let's get into business. We're here at Rock Solid Motorsports. We have used Steven for a bunch of stuff. Run his tube front ends on F-bodies we've owned in the past. Exhaust merges, he's the guy to go to. You guys got to check out his online store as well, because he has a bunch of really awesome, helpful parts that if you guys get, can really help your car really go to the next level. We've recently got these burn down tanks from him. They are top notch. You guys will not find a nice product out there. They work great. And we're here. He's done a lot of work on Jared TKM Corvette. Looks absolutely sick. And now Slick Rick is up next to bat. So we bring it over here. We're going to talk to Steven a little bit about what he's got going on here, and then the turbo kit. We brought him a bunch of materials. He's going to knock out the turbo kit. He's going to knock out the fuel tank and a burn down tank. So a lot of the fabrication stuff he's going to handle. He is a fabricating expert. The work they do here is, as you can see, just a quick little breeze around the shop. He's got stuff. Well, this is his personal car here. This thing looks absolutely sick, all done in-house. Look at that rear end. So total art building an F-body there. I can't look at that. I can't. It gives me salty chicken flashbacks. I'm gonna get sentimental here. And then we got a bunch of stuff. That's what he's made to us before. Yeah, he built this merge and mailed it to us, and then we brought it back. So we're gonna get him over here. We're gonna talk a little bit about what we got going on with Slick Rick. You guys have been waiting patiently for progress updates on this build. We've been gone. We're back, and we're gonna get stuff knocked out. Speaking of the man himself, you guys need to go and check out Steven's YouTube channel, because you're posting up a lot of videos Kind of shop tours, overview what you guys are building, everything like that.
Yep.
You're gonna torture me with a black F body when I walk in the door? It's the first thing I see. I start like tearing. And then you said you found the salty chicken shirt in your closet. When? This week?
Yeah, it was some days, a few days ago or something. I was going through and I seen it.
Just that's just heartbreaking. But we're gonna talk about happy things here, and you're extremely busy. I hit you up and I said, hey, do you mind possibly doing a turbo kit on this nice, simple, easy project? And you're like, bring it. And then as soon as I was here, I had to tell you, I'm going to bring you some headache, some bullshit.
It's always
so,
just a turbo kit, but all this other stuff too.
Well, I got to get my foot in the door before I tell you what else I need. So we brought you here our 3rd gen 41X 2-speed 400 double frame rail. It's a 25.1, I believe, 25.2. I'm not sure the exact spec. And this is as far as we got at our shop. And we're going to hand over the rest of the fabrication to the experts. So I told you earlier I built those headers, but listen, I can't lie to you. I know it looks like my work, but I didn't build those. They came with the car. So we had to do some slight modifications to the frame rail to make everything work. And this is where we're left. So we got a cart full material, an absolutely massive turbo. Can we make the claim that this is the largest turbo that has been in your shop?
Yes.
What's your thoughts on that thing? It's
going to be like putting a wheelbarrow in a 5-gallon bucket. That's my thought of it.
The size causes some issues for placement and everything like that, right?
Yeah, we'll get it in there. We always do.
So we got a bunch of stuff. Hart's 140 millimeter turbo, T7 flange. So we showed you guys, we got some custom TKM machined flange for it. We got a bunch of stuff from Stainless Brothers in here. This is, have you used the Stainless Brothers stuff before? Tycon Industries,
yeah,
same thing?
Tycon, Stainless Brothers are all the same people.
So this is some it's supposed to be like polished in and out, all different kinds of bends, assortments, everything like that. We got a little bit of everything there. So 3.5 inch hot side, some wastegates. This is what Matt drew up here, his custom turbo drain stand, very similar to a Maven mount. And then some Race Part Solutions 5-inch aluminum and everything like that. So I brought a lot of junk up here for you. What are your initial thoughts? Just kind of looking at everything, what kind of goes through your head? Obviously, massive turbo. Got it set up here on the ProJax front end here. It's going to be, I assume, a couple test fits and placements. And
yeah, I mean, generally when something comes in like this, I'll look at it for a couple days and not do anything. Probably put the front end on it, crawl up underneath it, look at it some more, and after I stew on it for 3 or 4 or 5 days, I can usually get a pretty good idea. I can usually look at them right off the bat and get a pretty good idea of what's going to work and what's not.
Yep.
I mean, I can lay on my back and hold that turbo up in there and absolutely know, where it cannot go.
Yep. Yep.
So that'll be the first task, is just kind of estimating where we're going to place the turbo, and then the rest of the stuff kind of go from there. Dual down pipes, they look awesome, but they suck for room.
A lot of real estate's going to be eaten up there by, 3.5 inch hot side, and then it's a 7-inch outlet out the turbo to dual 5-inch.
See, what we got going for us with this car, well, a lot of the cars of this level, is the nose is usually really long. So even though it looks like it would stop here, it's really like out here.
Mm-hmm.
So you can use all that room to push the turbo as far forward as you can, because the radius of that 5-inch pipe, it's got to come past the fuel pump. Probably, in my initial thought, I don't really want to go through here, even though we talked about it a little bit earlier off camera, just because of how tight it is.
Makes it very hard.
And getting it off.
Yep.
I mean, that's the thing. You got to actually work on this stuff and everything. We kind of pride ourselves in making things where you can get them apart.
I feel like a lot of people overlook that. They don't realize that, hey, it looks cool, but it's a race car. It's going to come on, it's going to come off. You make it where you can work on it.
Yeah, just like the last time I was at TKM, I remember Kevin sitting in the chair and he said, man, whatever's easy.
A lot of times that's what you need, is whatever's easy. So there's like on the Black Sheep, we have, a big, you got emerged from you, and then we ran 4-inch exhaust out, and it doesn't quite fit between the balancer and the way the frame is. So, installation requires a rubber mallet, and we install it probably 4 or 5 times a year. So
yeah, And that's the thing. I mean, if you come through here, you're going to have disconnects, and a 5-inch V-band takes up a lot of room.
Yep.
Because I mean, this 5-inch pipe's big enough, but then you put a flange and a clamp, and then you're able to get the clamp on and off. It's just a lot of things to consider.
Now, turbo kit wise, you do a bunch. I mean, you do all sorts of fabrication here. Generally, like 3-inch hot side, 4-inch exhaust if it's a dual, 5-inch if it's a single. So is something like this kind of a little different because, you know, we are using a 3.5-inch hot side, dual 5-inch exhaust, 5-inch charge pipe. Everything's got a pretty, it's take up a lot of real estate.
Yeah, I mean, generally on something like this, the hot side is going to be a minimum of 3.
Yep.
I mean, that's, you know, I hear the internet argues a lot about that, about spool speed and all this stuff, but
air velocity, you got to use the 1-inch tube. Yeah.
You know, cars at this level, you're not worried about, you know, spool necessarily. You're more worried about, is it choking the motor back?
Yep.
The motor's an air pump. You got to get it in, as you've got to get it out as fast as you're getting it in. So the faster you can get it out, you know, obviously with a bigger pipe, it's going to let more come out. But if I understand that if your motor, you're putting a 3.5-inch hot side on a stock cube 5.3,
yeah,
it's not flowing that amount of air.
Yeah, you haven't got anywhere near the efficiency of it.
So at that point, you're just pushing a volume of air out, and you're adding load to the motor. So, you know, with motors like this, they're, especially if you're going to twist them a bunch of RPM, like we did a 4-inch hot side on Jared's vet.
Yep.
I mean,
and that's a big cubic inch Hemi with twin, what's it got, twin 98s on it. You just had it back here, updated the turbo kit a little bit. So the TCAM boys keep you busy, huh?
Yeah. I try to, you know, for shops, just like with you guys and TKM and stuff like that, we've kind of, the business has kind of leaned towards just dealing with shops directly. We still do a lot, but we've got, you know, 3 or 4 customer cars in here right now that are just big projects. It's kind of weighing us down as far as that goes, as far as taking in new work. But, you know, shop to shop stuff, we've started doing more of that just because it's, you know, just the shop relations that we have with other businesses.
You knew that when I came here and said just a simple turbo kit, it was going to be exactly that. Just slap it together in a day and hit the road, right?
Yeah, I knew exactly what you was going to say as soon as you walked in the door.
Was it the look on my face, or was it me pulling up with a trailer full of shit?
Yeah, I mean, I knew when I talked to you on the phone.
I told Chris, I said, listen, I told him I need a turbo kit, but there's also a lot of other things I need done, so I'm just going to ask him and see how he reacts. But all right, so
it's one of those things though, when you get something in there like this, I kind of like doing all the other stuff, even though it adds a lot more time, a lot more work. If I don't do everything else around what I've done, then it just screws somebody down the road.
It either doesn't look good, doesn't work good, or
yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm leaving somebody in a mess if I don't follow through with the other things that go along with what we did.
Yeah, well, you could tell just by looking around the quality of work. You guys take a lot of pride in what you do, so that's why we're excited here. I was telling the camera before, you know, I've used a bunch of your stuff. You've been making badass stuff, burn down tanks, for tube front ends, like everything, parachute mounts. I think almost all of our cars have something that you've made on them.
Yeah,
so
I remember the first time you called about or no, you might have messaged or emailed or something about the tube front end.
Yeah.
You said something about doing a documentary about the installation or something on YouTube, and I was like, you know, ain't nobody got anything on YouTube about us so far. You know, I'll give this guy a little discount.
Yeah.
So, and since then, I have discounted a couple other people that's got channels. I know Horsepower Chris. He does. He's got just about everything we produce besides the roll cage, and he does a lot for us. So there's your shout out, Chris.
Well, now you got a YouTube channel, so everyone's got to go check you out because you're doing like little shop tours, build updates, everything like that. You've done a couple videos. I think did you do a video putting one of my merges together?
Yeah, I think I got a time lapse video of actually building that big one there. But you know, a lot of welding videos. I do updates on every build, which I don't know if I'll do update on this or not.
You're gonna have to. Since
you're gonna do.
No, everyone's gonna be coming to your channel from here. They're gonna be like, "Hey, where are the updates? We want to see updates on Slick Rick." So now you're just gonna have to take my place.
Yeah, I mean, we started doing the YouTube thing really heavy last fall, but it kind of went quiet. I mean, it's just, you know, it's a struggle to get content that people are interested in. I mean, I feel like if I post the same stuff all the time, if it's not a legitimate update or progress on a build that nobody wants to see, the same stuff all the time. So that's why, I mean, I might go 2 or 3 weeks without putting a video up there. I might even put a video of me on my tractor up there. But I mean, as far as the build updates, until I get some pretty decent progress on something, I don't update, you know, just all the time on them.
Well, I'm gonna have all my fans go and subscribe to your channel, and they're gonna press you to be making videos on this and everything else in the shop. So we want to see some updates as you're going along with the process. Maybe even just a video talking about your thoughts on it. You know, something like that. We just want to. I know they do more than I do. I don't want to bug you. You know, I don't want to be coming up here all the time and be like, "Hey, Steve, what are we doing today?" But
how far of a drive is it?
Oh, it's just a couple minutes down the road. So I could be here every day if you need me. So turbo kit wise, you're gonna knock that out, and then some other things like talked about fuel tank, which I guess kind of goes along with the turbo kit depending on what room and real estate you got left. And you do a bunch of those. You sell some of those on your website as well.
Yeah, we sell a lot of those.
And then a burn down tank in the back, which I think any car of this caliber, really any car that's doing a bunch of drag racing, should have a burn down tank. You sell a bunch of those on the website as well. We just purchased 2 of them off you. And this one will probably be a little more of a custom deal.
Yeah, if it's going in the back, I mean, first off, we'll probably flip these things around.
Yep.
Go straight through the firewall.
Yeah, we got another set of valve covers. Same thing with the burn down tubes going back.
I mean, a lot of the cars of this caliber, like on Jared's Vet, they come out of here and they go into the frame rail. They use the frame rail to go all the way to the back, so they don't have to run hoses.
Yeah, we're low budget here. Low budget operation, all right. So
well, I've never done one like that. I just seen it. You know?
But yeah, so something like this, we're gonna run the burn down in the back, and then you know we kind of brought the car here. It's in like a weird state. It's got a bunch of stuff that's almost ready, almost completed, but the turbo kit, the fuel cell, the burn down tank, those are our big holdups. And I feel like it's the perfect spot because that's, I mean, your forte. The fabrication, top-notch, quality work, everything, fit and finish. A bunch of really fast cars come out of here. And then, is that the next really fast car there?
I don't know if it ever gets done.
Can we take a walk over here and tell all the viewers? So, for everyone that isn't subscribed to Rock Solid Motorsports YouTube channel, I've seen this on there a little bit. This is your personal car that it was running at one point.
Yeah, the last time it was running was 2017. We won the stick shift class in Atlanta Dragway, and after that, well, no, I guess after that we went to Bowling Green, Kentucky, and we kicked the motor out of it down there.
You had a LS, what, 5.3 in it?
Yeah, it was a stock crank deal. You know, just rod, piston motor, stock heads.
And the car was in a whole lot different shape than what it is now back then, right?
Around 1200, but I mean, the car from the outside looked same wheels, but obviously it had a hatch on it then, and the front end wasn't one piece. But it was like a 2/3 tube chassis, but it was something I built at my home shop before I really got at the level we are now. Something I wouldn't have sold anybody. I knew what it was. It looked good from far, but it was far from good, as they say.
So did you cut everything out of it?
Everything and threw it in the dumpster.
Just a shell?
Just
so
the
it took
outside shell.
a perfectly running car, cut it all out, just a shell. Some people might say you're crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I added a bunch of time to it, but now it's a completely certified 25-1 chassis.
Absolutely beautiful rear end in here. And you did all the work, all the fabrication?
Yeah, we had a friend, Cody Franklin, actually helped us with the cage and stuff. He pulled a lot of long evenings and stuff like that. Between him, Joey, and myself, we built the car exactly to fit me and everything that I want about it. This rear end, this is Hammer Concepts and Designs. I sent him my 8.8 rear end and told him I want him to copy it because the whole chassis was built around the 8.8 that was in it. So, and
you got this beautiful masterpiece back.
Yes.
I mean, this thing that's sweet. So was it 4-link before?
Yeah, it was 4-link before.
But now it's...
The bars were really short, which made the suspension super violent. So we lengthened the bars several inches. We had to, you know, reposition my seating, do the driver enclosure behind the main hoop, a couple things to get the 4-link bars longer. But I mean, this is a short wheelbase car. We got 91 or 92 inches.
So you're like, it's like what?
It's like a Toyota Starlet.
Yeah, it's like World Cup finals when you're driving this thing,
yeah,
and
it's
stick shift.
The same wheelbase as a Starlet, so it just looks longer because of the layout of the body.
You got one hand on the wheel, one hand on the shifter, and it's got like no wheelbase.
Yeah.
So it's exciting to say the least.
I can tell you this, an automatic car, my wife's car, this is a funny thing that I can laugh about now, but I've never drove any automatic car at the track besides hers. And I took it out there, and because there's not enough going on, I hit the trans brake button after I launched.
You just needed something else to do, huh?
After I launched, yeah, because there wasn't nothing going on. It was like I let go of the button, and it's like I was just sitting there. I was like, I'm supposed to be grabbing a gear, you know, doing something, and I hit the button, and that was an embarrassing moment. But that was years ago.
But we have a couple friends that do that, right, Logan? The trans brake button gets used well down track, so it's not uncommon. But this thing is absolutely sick. Anti-roll bar, humongous.
Yeah, that was actually, I think that's a Pack Springs brand, but that was one that Eric Yost at Customs by Biggin, if y'all know him, that was a prototype that they had for anti-roll bar back in, I guess it might have been 2016 or something.
And that's well tied in, too.
Yeah, I mean, it's and that's how we're going to do Jonathan's too. It'll be like the bearings will be part of the chassis, and the tube will be splined and put through like that. That really makes it strong. I mean, it's really nice.
Yeah, the car looks absolutely awesome. So
the T56.
Everything else in here is going to be carbon. You got the sheet metal where you sit.
Yeah, you got to have I think 024 is the minimum under the driver. Got the billet pedal assembly from FFP Customs. That's Ryan Fraser out of Florida.
Yeah,
so we're going to put the same pedal assembly in Jonathan's car over there. That incorporates all the hydraulics inside the car. You know, nothing's outside the car, so it makes everything super clean.
Yeah, this thing is.
There's still some cutting and stuff, some cleaning up to do on the firewall and stuff like that, but you know, really haven't been motivated until I really start getting to the final stages, because even after everything's completely mocked up, it's all going to be blown apart and painted and all that stuff. So there's no point to get in there and grind for half a week.
Very, very meticulous. It takes time. Perfection takes time. You know, it really does. Especially you. It's probably tough for you to find time to work on your own stuff as well.
Yeah, this thing gets 5 minutes here and there. As far as the turbocharger bullseye, we've had those on my wife's car. Several of them had the bullseye turbos on the first setup, which was twins 66s on this car.
And what size is that now?
This is a 104.
104.
This is their biggest turbo that they offer, the NLX wheel and stuff like that. So, I mean, I'm you know, wrapped up with a ton of different manufacturers. Kind of, I guess, ride the fence. I don't like one more than the other. Everybody, you know, treats me the same. I treat them the same.
With customer preference when it comes to builds.
And the customer, what they want is what they want. I know what works because I've used them, and you know, I don't get on there and make enemies.
Yeah.
I'm friends with everybody, and that helps me.
What is the engine combo going in this thing?
The engine combo is a tall deck LSR base block. It's a solid field aluminum block, and it's got black label LS3 heads for mast. Got plasma man intake, TKM's doing all the machine work, rotate assembly, aluminum rods. You know, just
it's gonna be a hot rod.
Yeah, I mean, we plan to spend 9,000 plus RPM.
9,000 RPMs.
And make a couple thousand horsepower. I mean, that's all. This turbo, the turbine on it, I set it up where it'll be 1900 wheel is really all I want out of it.
Mm-hmm.
The plan is to not have to use more than about 1,400.
Be so light, so efficient.
Yeah, I mean, this car, I'm not going to say how light it is, but you can look at it. It's not going to weigh much.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it definitely looks...
We got the Brakeman brakes all the way around.
All the good stuff on here. And then this build right here is Jonathan Tick Performance.
Yep.
You did a lot of work on Grubworm. Is that like one of the babies that came out of here?
Yeah, we did. When Grubworm first got its start, we did the cage, we did the turbo fab, everything up front, the tube front kit, basically everything on the car besides the engine, transmission, and wiring. We did all that stuff.
And I hit you up when you were doing that, and I'm like, damn, I need you to do some work. That's when you had my attention before, but now you're speaking my language with F-bodies.
Yeah, and so, I mean, Grubworm's been here several, we take care of all the fabrication on it, and it's been through several different changes. He still brings it, if he needs a change, even if we ain't got time, I'll stay after or do whatever, because, there's certain shops like that, just like Kevin at TKM, which I've turned him down on some stuff, you know, for his other customers. But when it comes to something personal that he has, like business owners and stuff, I try to go out of my way a little bit extra.
Well, Kevin's a pain in the ass, so don't feel bad telling him no.
Because I mean, Kevin and those guys have went really out of the way for me.
Oh yeah, that's why I said, what's today? Thursday. I said by next Tuesday, ready to pick it up.
Yeah.
If I keep it up, you're gonna make me take it with me today. So this build here, is this the replacement to grub worm, or is this just another one in the fleet?
He says he talked about selling grub worm for a while, which he's not going to, but the goal is with this to be way faster than grub worm, obviously, but he's gonna probably transition grub worm into another style of stick shift racing. It's gonna stay stick shift because sticks, you know, their business stuff was based on the T56 transmissions. But this one, it's getting all the good stuff. This is gonna be the Pro Mod version of grub worm. Stock style suspension, but 25.2 chassis, you know, nothing left of it, bunch of carbon, a bunch of billet stuff.
And you're doing it all here. This is similar. Now you offer on your website a cage kit. You offer a couple different variations of the cage kit for the F body stuff. The tube front end for, I'd say, pretty heavy on the F body stuff.
Yeah, it's fortunate that I own one.
Yeah. you got a good place to start.
A lot of R&D over there on my wife's car. All the roll cages. You know, even this car we use as R&D for the 850 cage that we got out now. Before we cut the car completely up, we used this one, and Josh's in the back. Josh, actually, you know, it wasn't really in his budget to do as much as we done to his car. He wanted it, but I told him just don't worry about it. Let us use it for R&D, and we'll just blow through it, and we'll worry about that later. So it's fortunate that we've got some customers that are willing to just let us run with their car in the name of coming out with new products. And that's, we've used Jonathan's, my wife's, you know, a bunch of customers like that.
So this is similar to the cage option that's on the website now?
So if you look at our 25.5, any of our 25.5 variations of cage on the website, everything up top is going to be the same. You can see it comes very high. It almost looks like it comes above the roof level, but the carbon is bubbled, so it follows that radius of the tube with the carbon top.
So good headroom when you're sitting in a car. I know it can be a real pain in the ass.
You actually gain, over like a standard 850 cage, you gain almost 3 inches.
Wow, that's a lot. That is substantial.
F bodies have no headroom at all.
Yep, for sure.
So, you know, this, we just took our already CAD designed 25.5 and just, you know, 25.2, obviously some bar sizes are different. You gotta have gussets different places, and we just added the floor to it, stuff like that. But this 25.2 kit for stock suspension F body is probably going to be a production item. Not something that we'll keep on the shelf, but something that if somebody's taking a car to this level, if they plan ahead, they can just give us a call and we can get it cut. It'll be bent, notched. I don't see any on here now, but part numbers wrote on the tubes.
Yeah, the notch part I think is huge. You know, if you get a cage that already comes, you just stick it in there and you weld it out and you're rocking and rolling.
Yeah, there's no point to buy a cage that's not notched.
Yep.
Because you can't make metal grow, and you're absolutely going to screw up.
Oh yeah,
I mean, even the best guys there is, unless you've got cut fixtures and stuff like that for every tube, you're going to mess up every now and again. And once you do, you know, you're trying to go hunt down one piece of chrome moly, and if you're not hooked up with a steel supplier, or you're way out in BFE or something like that,
it could be costly.
Shipping one piece of chrome moly, you might be $120 in shipping just to get one little tube to.
So it almost pays for itself to go on Rock Solid Motorsports. Is it rocksolidmotorsports.com?
Yeah, rock-solid-motorsports. I tried to get the all one word, but the domain and all that stuff was taken up.
I could sell it back to you if you want. I have it. I knew you were going to do it. But go over there, check out their website. Like you're saying, it could pay for itself. It could be cheaper to do one like this than, you know, try and save some money and get it somewhere else. So
yeah, definitely. I mean, my own personal cars, there's no way I would build a cage from scratch if I could buy one.
Yep.
I mean, on all my previous cars before we had our own versions, they've had Midwest chassis cages in it. We had a Wolf in my wife's car before they went out. And, you know, I'm not going to build one from scratch if I can get one that's pretty decent.
Yeah.
It's already done for me. It takes all the work out of it. And in the F body, you know, you got 12, 15 hours of work. Even if you take your time, for a complete 850 install.
Yeah.
You know, it's way better than spending 40 hours making one from scratch.
Oh yeah. Plus, you get halfway through, it's not going as well. That's how projects end up dying. You know, get halfway through, it's not the way you want it. They sit there for a couple of years.
Yeah, you want to make it as easy as possible because
hell, it's hard enough already once they already got the cage in them.
Yeah, because people get into these projects and they don't realize what it takes.
Yep. You're explaining my business model. It's just dive in and then panic and then call for help. And that's why we're up here right now at Rock Solid Motorsports. So if you guys need anything, the link will be down for the website. Go check it out. Oh, we got Matt here now. Anything to talk about on the Slick Rick build?
No, I think you guys went over probably everything, didn't you?
Yeah, we got the turbo drain stuff. Steven said he's going to look at it for a day or two and figure out where everything goes, and then start putting it in there. Fuel tank, burn down tank. Trying to think of anything else.
We was talking about the fuel tank. Probably go at least 5 gallon, just for the caliber of car it is.
Yeah.
I mean, a couple thousand horsepower, maybe you could stay at the 3 gallon range, but you're talking, you know, into the 3,000-4,000 horsepower range, you need a little bit more fuel.
Yeah, I would probably do at least 5 gallons. You're gonna try to build the burn down tank into the fuel tank, or are you gonna do the burn down tank in the rear?
I like to go in the rear.
Yeah, I think there's plenty of room back there to do
We
that.
looked at the car. It's got a piece of carbon. Probably just do maybe some little tiny tubes across that.
Yeah.
Not mess with the carbon at all. Just leave it in there and or leave it where it's at and do the tubes on top of it.
Yeah.
That way it'll support the tank, and then just do a little cutout in the Lexan.
Yeah, do that, and
Then you can throw a drain out the bottom. That way you never have to take the hatch off.
yeah, just reach under the car and drain it, and then you got a vent out the trunk.
Next thing, we're gonna do battery in the passenger seat, so really no reason. That trunk's really not super accessible with being attached to the back window and Zeus and everything on and off.
Why you should ever have to open the trunk.
We'll hook you up with my Amazon hose link.
Hell yeah.
You wouldn't believe how many people message me and say, "Where did you get that black hose that I use?" Because I don't really like the super corrugated stuff, like the pool hose, what I call it. But the stuff we use on Shelton's car, they call it, which I'll tell everybody, they call it Hydromax. It's like a PVC that looks like it has a little coil in it, but you can't really feel it. It's slick on the outside, but you can visually see the wrapping in it. You can bend that stuff, I mean, really tight, and it will not kink, and you can get 50 foot of it for about 70 bucks.
Damn, and that's what we're running on this. We're talking about the burn down for everyone that doesn't understand. We're talking about the burn down in case you burn the motor up and you got some pressure going into the bottom end and it tries to puke all the oil out, goes to the back of the vehicle into a tank that, I guess most of the tanks you try to have them for the size of your oil capacity.
Yeah, I mean, our smallest tanks, I don't really know the gallon right offhand of them. I know the big tanks, the full size ones, are like 6.5 gallon. And that's usually enough to hold about everything the motor has.
That plus the lines running to it and everything, and I think we should be good. So, oh, well, there it is. That's your Slick Rick update. You guys been asking for it. It's here at Rock Solid Motorsports. You're gonna do. I'm gonna force you now. I'm just gonna say you're gonna have to do some updates on it. You're gonna have to keep the people in the loop of what's going on with it, especially when it starts coming together. I know I am excited to see how massive that turbo looks on the front end of this thing, and I wish you the best of luck with making it all fit. I was really hoping not to leave here being like, damn, you know, it's gonna be interesting to see how it makes it fit, but I'm almost there. I told him when we get here, man, you know I'm gonna bring you some bullshit, and we brought the biggest turbo we could find and a 3rd gen, and it's gonna be art when it's done. I know that. So, little Rock Solid Motorsports love, get some DCF shine, and we should be ready to rock. So, well, that's gonna wrap up the video here. We've been wasting Steven's time all day today, and I appreciate you getting us in on short notice. Guys, everyone go over there and check them out. Go check out the website, go shop around, and get excited because Slick Rick's gonna be taken to a whole nother level here. So we'll check you guys in tomorrow's upload. Make sure to go down there, click that subscribe button. We got that giveaway going on, lsnasty.com, link in the description below.
He get to buy this round. John Doc got to buy this round. The black sheep on the property. He got to buy for the next round. 15